searching and home what's been found. I'm not stopping. I'm going hunting. I'm a hunter. I'll bring back the goods, but I don't know when. So you left me on my own to complete the mission. Now I'm leaving it all behind. I'm going hunting. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter. I'm going hunting. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter.
This is the Porthole to Justice, the window to the truth. I am your host, Amelia Duran, and it is Thursday, January 23rd, 2020. That's Bjork, and I intentionally am playing a trademarked song, How You
I found
Speak.
a big book buried deep in the ground.
Because
I opened it.
I don't want this to go to YouTube, and it's just strictly for my listeners. I've been locked out of Facebook. Yesterday, my Facebook was hacked by Ryan Swindell of the Children and Families Rights Movement, I've posted several notices for the harassment to cease and desist. I've notified the authorities of the hacking and the harassing and the targeting. But I wanted to come on today and just very quickly read a public notice, which is a request for him to cease and desist. I'm no longer the Children and Family Rights Movement. I have not been affiliated with. I blocked all of them because of the harassment. It's infiltrated. It's corrupt. It's rotted from within. And he hacked my my public speaking profile on Facebook yesterday. So Facebook has locked me out of my account, and I've posted many live feeds saying I no longer am in that movement. I'm no longer working with those people. I've blocked the majority of them. I understand with respect to some of them that still tune in and view my content, that have remained loyal, and I, of course, am not excluding them. And I just want to let people know I've moved on to, I announced 2020, that I would be focusing solely on my new projects, my new creative endeavors that I run solely by myself, and I don't have to, I'm still doing. I'm focusing on my new projects and the human trafficking activism. I still do my public speaking and serving on Human 2020, which is the global prayer panel. But I left the movement, 6 months ago. And I keep saying this for almost a year now on my live podcast. Those people were harassing me and my minor son, and they tried several attempts at illegally contriving CPS cases against me to no avail. They tried to open new cases, which I have chronicled in the Porthole to Justice main blog, illegally. This is illegal conduct. A lot of the movement is run by, corrupt legal clergy and social workers, gang stalkers that are actively targeting online and trying to contrive cases and preying on children and families that are embroiled in the juvenile courts. And this is directly to obstruct justice on cases, and it is not a safe place to be discussing your CPS case or sharing your legal content. So I moved on to other creative endeavors, and especially for 2020, and I just want to be real clear, I'm focusing on my humanitarian work and my art, my own concepts and new platforms that I run on my own. And I don't have to engage in petty disputes about whether or not they're my concepts or creations. I'm not interested in their petty legal arguments. I want to make that really clear. I'm not a licensed lawyer or a paralegal. To me, the law is like a sword, and it depends on who's wielding that sword and in which direction that determines the outcome. And no two cases are alike. They're all unique. Each family dynamic is unique. So I'm not going to engage in petty arguments about the corrupt legal system. I have no interest at all. I do, however, advocate for due process in the lower courts. And I am keeping up my blogs, my older blogs, because there is a lot of good advocacy content up that, everybody has access to for free. It's published publicly. I do not charge. And it's good content for people that are trying to navigate the court process. So, and I don't feel the need to defend myself against, these lies and gossip and false allegations about my life, especially when I've been very transparent and generous to my viewership about my life, my actions, my choices, and my morals. So I've been very public and transparent, and they need to stop harassing me. I'm not a con. I published all my advocacy for free for everyone to access on my public pages. My art, activism on human trafficking, and my orchid business is pretty straight. My new creative endeavor, it's pretty straightforward. You buy an orchid through one of the retailers that I represent, and you get it in the mail. And there is a transaction. There's a documented transaction, digital transaction. You can purchase a silk scarf, my artwork, and watch me paint it, and I will mail it to you. And there's also a digital transaction in a product that you receive in the mail. There is no con. I am not a con artist. And these are just very petty accusation, and they're clearly lies, and I just don't feel the need to engage with those people anymore, or I don't feel like I need to defend myself to them for all of the drama and pettiness. So hopefully, this isn't going to go to YouTube. This is specifically for those that, respectfully, that are still a part of that movement, that tune into the show, The Porthole to Justice. This is my podcast. It is my original concept and content. And like I said, it is my right. It's free speech, and I am a content creator, and I'm free to create whatever I want to, and my podcast is one of my creations. So I'm free to come on here and do my show, my humanitarian work, and my artwork and my activism. To my knowledge, I'm within my legal right to do so. And so I wanted to come on and just clear that up. Hopefully, those that, respectfully still tune in will spread the word. And my activism and my advocacy, like I said, it's all published publicly for free. The public can access it. I do not recommend that you publish any legal documents to social media or discuss your personal case, especially if you have an open juvenile court case. I do not advocate for that. However, there is some very valuable content on there that the public can access, and I have left it up for free. But the main Porthole to Justice blog has not been active for a long time now. So my other humanitarian endeavors, such as activism for due process in the lower courts, in the Porthole to Justice community chat, is still active, which is a new blog. My public speaking blog, which was hacked yesterday by Ryan Swindell, that I use for my human trafficking activism and to promote the content that I co-create with other artists. And Human 2020, the global panel that I'm on, was hacked by a member of this movement, this corrupt movement, that illegally is on social media trying to contrive cases, open new CPS cases illegally, which I have reported to the authorities. These people are working with corrupt legal clergy to target and gang stalk children and families and foster children, especially online, to re-engage them in the system or to obstruct justice on cases. These people need to be they need to be stopped, and they need to be called out, and they need to be arrested. This is illegal activity that's going on to human traffic. So, I call it immunity human trafficking, what they're doing, and I call it gang stalking and targeting. My son is a minor. They have tried several attempts to open new CPS cases to no avail. I do not have to publicly defend myself any longer. I have proven my case in 4 different courts, and I have full custody of my son. I'm very proud of that, and I feel that I have earned the right for